There we go, it's slightly better. I can't even remember what it is that I'm going to block with my visage up there in the corner. Oh, it's all mirrored. Right, but yeah, here we are. I am about to play some more Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1. I played a lot of the original old school Chapter 1 Fortnite, right from Season 1, or before it had seasons, for those of you that can remember way back then, before they introduced the idea of having seasons and a season pass and all the rest of it. There was just Fortnite Battle Royale. I played a lot of Season 1, as it turned out to be, and Season 2. A chunk of Season 3, then fell off a bit from Season 4, 5, 6, dipped in at 7, briefly. But what I'm happy to report, as I'm sure many of you have seen, many of you are seeing, Chapter 2 is kind of awesome. It takes, in many ways, let's fire up a game here, in many ways it takes things back to what we knew and loved about original OG Fortnite, Battle Royale, Season 1, Season 2 sort of time. Oh, pardon me, bit of a cough. In as much as it is simplified, it's streamlined back to what it was before we started getting some of these crazy weapons and rifts and all kinds of mad stuff that was going on. It was a simpler time. And though this game, Chapter 2 absolutely introduces some new mechanics, which we'll get onto shortly, it also recaptures a bit of what made Fortnite Battle Royale great originally. Basically by simplifying it, which is cool. So shooting mechanics are still there, still solid as ever. In fact, if anything, slightly better as far as I can tell. I'm not saying Chapter 2's better. I'm just saying that I've not played it seriously since like Season 2, 3, Season 3 we'll say seriously. Let's find somewhere to drop. So this is our whole new map here. I'm particularly liking this area up here where it's all kind of tropical island kind of vibe. So let's head there. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so they've sort of taken it back, stripped back all the craziness that was sort of coming in, and they've stripped it back to the shooting mechanics, the building mechanics, but then they've added some cool mechanics. That's the umbrella you get there for the win on Chapter 2 Season 1, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so the new mechanics, which we're going to go over, complement the old mechanics, and actually for me they've sort of developed and made it into a better overall experience, a better game, through the sort of less is more approach. So they've done away with a lot of the craziness, crazy weapons, crazy rift nonsense, at least for now. So you're not riding, you know, snowboards that can fly and going through rifts to bring you down on other parts of the map. But they've made some slight graphical improvements or graphical tweaks. What we know and love from old is still here. We hack down trees to collect wood or brick or metal, depending on what we're hacking up, which we can use to build our forts that we can then try and defend ourselves from the enemies. There's still the the storm that's going to come in. Oh, that's good. So there's a ring there that we've got to get in. All that's the same. So what's new? What have they changed, and how does it feature? So let's start by showing my favourite of the new mechanics, along with the much more realised water, is that we can now swim, and in particular not just swim, but we can swim, you can dash swimming, and you can also jump and swimming, and when you do, you go underground and you get a bit of a speed boost. So behaving like a dolphin lets you move through water quite quickly, which can also be a shortcut to the you can ride the rivers. There's a lot more water now features in the game. You can ride through the rivers and the lakes and get yourselves around the map quite quickly if you wish. Now I don't have a weapon as yet. See what we've got on the beach, see if there's anything here that can be used. Just some bullets there. Oh, I never noticed a sandcastle before. Let's destroy it. Okay, a sandcastle gives you bricks, apparently. So there we go, now we've got a gun. You can hear a chest up there. So before, because we're quite close to the circle anyway, we're going to do a bit of exploring around here, but I'm going to keep it more this way because I can hear shots. And hopefully I'll get the opportunity to show you one of my other new favourite things. Big fan of the burst assault rifle. Obviously, plus side of the burst assault rifle is that it is crazy accurate compared to the regular assault rifle. The downside is it's a 3-round burst rather than continuous fire, which can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Right, sort that out. Hey, we'll get level 10. Get some shield on the go as well. So yeah, the smaller shields, they're still there. Same rules as before, they'll get you up to 50, but won't get you past it. I can hear more, is that above? I think it might be above, but I'm not sure. So yeah, much of what you know and love is still here. It's not above, it must be below. Maybe at the back. But yeah, I'm going to show you in a second, assuming I stay alive. Down here perhaps. Here we go. One of my, if not my favourite of the new mechanics. Now I'll have to go back up top in order to show you this. Oh, I hear another. Where's that coming from? Right, well, we'll try and survive long enough to show you this. Well, we've got friends. Try and make use of the accuracy of this. There we go. Make sure there's no one else just about to shoot me. There is another guy over there. I'm going to ignore him for now though, because hopefully he'll give me time to show the other. Hopefully, there we go. Right, so my next favourite thing, possibly my favourite new mechanic, is this. It's the fishing rod. I'm just going to actually consume this shield before we go to do some fishing. So here we go. So armed with a fishing rod, you can, very vulnerable because you can't attack back, but you can just do a light spot of fishing. Very simple mechanic. When it vibrates, pull it and it'll see what you got. So I've got some ammo there. I can hear someone going to shoot me soon. A bit more ammo. Yeah, someone coming for me over there. We'll take this guy out and then we'll get back to it. There goes another one. There goes another one. They were somewhat determined to come get me. Yeah, so we can fish, you can get weapons, you can get ammo, and you can actually get actual fish as well, which will serve as health items. Different fish give you different amounts of health at different speeds. You consume them all pretty quickly, the fish, which is good. They just give you different amounts of health. And I think now occasionally you'll see little areas. Can't see if there's any over there. Doesn't look like it. I better get away from the storm as well. But yeah, you'll see little areas that are kind of ripples in the water, and if you go after them, you can sometimes get some sort of superior items. So it's worth looking out for the ripples. Now, at some point, I will almost certainly abandon my let's get this done. Abandon my fishing rod, because once you're sort of away from any bodies of water, really there's no advantage to having one that I can see. Although I haven't tried to fish an opponent yet, I might try that. But to begin with, and just if you, oh crud, there we go. Just if you enjoy a bit of fishing, I could really do with a long range weapon. In fact, if I'm careful, I might even be able to get that guy's long range weapon. Yeah, definite fight going on there, so let's see if we can loop round behind it and take on the survivor. Now, I'm not totally convinced the first guy got killed. He might just run away. I don't see his stuff. But for now, let's assume that he did, and let's just go see what's down here that we can pinch that we want. Okay, so I'm going to swap that out. And let's get rid of that as well. We'll forego the fishing rod in favour of something. Ah, there we go. That's probably where the other dude was. So yeah, fishing mechanics, swimming mechanics are cool. There's also, they've got rid of a lot of the other vehicles, like the shopping trolleys and the carts and the hoverboard things, but they've put in boats, which is oh yeah, the planes are gone as well. But they put in boats, which obviously you can ride over the water. You can sort of force them over land as well, although it does do the boat a bit of damage. So you have to be careful as well. Also, as you can see, I keep getting these medals and XP you get just for staying alive, which is quite nice. Typically, I'll get at least to the top 10, so I'll get all the medals for that. You think you get one at 50, one at 25, and then one at 10. Just sort of little bonus XP for staying alive. Plus, obviously, the XP for putting folk down, killing people, which at the moment we've got a strange combination of, I think anyway, if I correctly understand, we've got a combination of bots running around, so not every player you meet will necessarily be a human player. I could be wrong about that. That's just what I've heard, and given the general skill level of some of the people you come up against, it really wouldn't surprise me if some of them were bots. However, not everyone will be a bot, and some people are definitely going to be humans. So you've just got to be careful, really. You're not really sure who you're going to be coming up against. It could be a hard-fought match with a human competitor, or it could be a bot. If the rumours are true and it was bots to begin with in that first... Oh, no, I don't want that. I want that. There we go. In that first sort of match that you get forced into during the intro of the game, that wouldn't surprise me at all. But I am also aware that obviously not everyone is going to be a bot all the time either, so you kind of just have to be prepared for both eventualities. Whoa! I've been wondering about the whether or not you could shoot people that were hiding in the dumpsters and stuff. That's another thing. Another new mechanic is that you can now hide. So certain bushes, hay bales, and the dumpsters that are spread liberally throughout the game, you can now officially hide in. Hey, monkey, you okay?
Just a little creeped out.
Oh, what by the rain? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just doing a broadcast, but you can come join me.
Yeah!
Yeah? Which side are you coming? This side or this side?
The dog's coming, look at it.
Okay, why don't you come this side then?
Okay. Mommy's here. You can hardly see me.
So I move up, man. You can squeeze in.
Yay.
Okay, so we'll continue the daddy-daughter cast. I was just talking about new Fortnite and what
Fortnite!
what we've liked about Chapter 2. So I was saying I quite like the fishing. Fishing's pretty cool, and being able to hide in hay bales and in
Cars, maybe.
You can't hide in cars. You can hide in the dumpsters or the like the big bins that are behind buildings. You can hide in those as well. And I was wondering what happens if someone is hidden in there and you shoot it. And I think either the guy jumped out or forced him out. Yeah, sorry, I was just streaming.
And I'm a bit freaked out about the rain.
But yeah, a lot of what you know and love will still be here. The
rocks are still here.
The rocks and the trees and the building mechanic. I don't think I did any, but I did a little bit of building in that last game. But it's on a new map. I feel like the map has a lot more height in it. Although again, that could just be the feeling of it. I've no data to back that up. But the mountains, let's go and experience the mountains. So the mountains over here, they feel a lot higher up than anything did in the previous one. But like I say, that might just be my perception. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting a lot more kills than usual, a lot more, taking a lot more people out.
That's a cool one, bro.
Which again, if the whole, a chunk of the player base is bots, at least that would be why. I tend not to be, I'm not too aggressive a player. But I found when I tried being aggressive the other night and taking a lot of people on, my theory being, actually was...
That is a cool umbrella.
It is cool, that's my new one. My tea was ready, I was hungry, and I thought, well, if I just, if I go, as my son would call it, full try hard, I would get killed quicker, and therefore be able to eat sooner. And what happened is that when I went full try hard, is that I just cleaned up. I got loads of kills, which I know I'm not super talented at this game. I'm not one of the masters, but at all. My theory being that at least some of, if not all of, the ones that I was taking out so easily could well have been AI controlled characters rather than human ones. Which is a good thing, actually. I think having a bit of a mix in there, meaning that you kind of gives you the confidence to go and give it a try, but you might be against a human opponent, and they don't know whether you're a bot or a human either, so it ends up that, you've got no idea what you're going to do.
Imagine if he was just a little kid.
Like, the way this guy's moving could be either way.
No!
Actually, I think he was probably a human one, but I've no way to know. Because I don't know how sophisticated the programming is. Ooh, I'll have a sniper rifle. Let's have a shotgun as well, blue one, and then I'll swap. Actually, I'll swap the fishing rod out for that. I don't really want to leave a quality purple gun hanging around, really.
Yeah, and also you've got a gun there.
Yeah. There is also another mechanic that we've not yet discussed and we might get to, is there's now some light crafting or weapon upgrade mechanics that we've not had previously as well. So if I collect enough, if I collect enough, you know, brick and metal and wood, I can then take it to an upgrade station, and from there you can sort of basically, like, if I've got a green weapon, I can upgrade it to a blue, or if I've got a blue, I can upgrade it to a purple. But obviously each stage needing more and more resources in order to. So I've only ever really made a blue weapon. I've never upgraded beyond that as yet. Right, let's sort this one out. Drink this potion.
That looks tasty.
You think you'd like to try some blue, would you?
Yeah.
Blue.
There's some Fortnite memes that say, "Hey, I'll give you a shield. What flavor?" Just drink it.
Pretty cool lighting effects as well. Which again, you know, I'm saying this stuff as it's all new, and it might not be. A lot of it might not be new, but it's like I'm seeing it for the first time. Are you chewing your feet on the stream now, Annabelle?
What?
Chewing your feet on the stream now?
Nah.
Nah, maybe.
50 players remaining.
Yeah. So
Why
I don't know what.
did
Do you remember what I finished last time?
No.
Yeah, it's my medal for 50. I might get the one for.
Oh, I remember what
What was
happened yesterday. You got a victory.
Oh yeah, well I've had three victories now.
Whoa.
Since the start of season, no, I keep calling it season, I mean chapter 2, season 1.
Chapter 2 of season 1.
But yeah, I don't know at what point it'll start being that I'm up against real people more commonly, even if that even is a thing still. Right, I'm going to leave that there just because I quite fancy being able to redo my shield. And let's see if I put that there. Doubt.
That's cool.
I doubt anyone will come for it, but you never know. Just trying to reduce the chance of me being shot in the back by my own gun.
Shot in the back by your own gun?
Yeah, because that would suck.
That would be quite big.
Yeah. Be a bit annoying, isn't it?
Whoa, I can see some butterflies in the distance.
I know, they're nice, aren't they? Oh, there's someone.
Where?
Ah, I missed him.
Imagine if it was Oscar.
No, I'm not. I suppose he could be in this game, but I think he's playing with his friends at the moment.
What is friends?
Because I'm on PlayStation and they're all on Xbox. Xbox, sorry. Xbox. It's the same thing. Oh yeah, there's a lot of these, which I think these had made it into the game at least in some form before, but there's a lot of these campfires dotted about as well, which you can light and restore yours or your teammates' health, which is pretty cool. They hadn't really become a big feature by the time I'd stopped playing. I think you could sometimes find one that you could drop, but that was about it.
Tell them why you stopped playing.
Got bored of it. Bored. Too much Fortnite.
I think the Fortnite fans would say, no, that's not true.
Well, they don't get to choose whether I got bored or something. They don't have to feel bored of it, but I most certainly did. But now it's like, it is like playing a sort of
The storm's coming!
sequel. Oh no!
Quick, we've got, if you want to be safe, then you gotta move now. It's almost here.
I'm moving.
Moving in the wrong direction or the right direction?
Let's hope the right direction, but who knows? Ah, the fire's gone out. Ooh, I can place wood. I can put new wood on, but it'll cost me 300. I didn't know that before either. Learning a lot today.
300 what?
I guess 300 wood, which I've got 300. Well,
Past it.
ah, that sucks.
You don't suck. You just, need practice
I'm
again.
just not very good at shooting straight, it's true. Whoa. Is that at me?
Storm.
Storm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
How far is it?
Pretty far. Oh look, there's some nice little ripples there. Those were the ripples I was talking about earlier.
What ripples?
Ripples in the water. If you do fishing in those, you tend to get slightly better stuff. I think. Or at least I did once, so now I believe that must be the rule. But in all honesty, I've got no idea. Somebody died there by the looks of it. Ooh, what's this? No, I don't like that.
Why?
Yeah!
Woo!
We're co-streaming, aren't we?
Broadcast.
Me and the Annabelle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought there'd be a cool boat. Oh, there is! Right, here we go. New mechanic, boat mechanic. So, with the boats, I believe you can shoot. Shoots rockets pretty handy.
Then
Ah, you got a boost.
woo!
And you can, if you wish, boost over the land. Not really advisable, but it's surprisingly good fun, although it does hurt the rest of the boat. And it's quite difficult to control. But it's still fun. I stand by it.
Even though it's not really funny, but which I don't make any sense of it. Go back into the water.
I'm looking for more water. Did we get to it?
Without this diving.
Yeah,
Hey,
not
the
dying while
circles
the
on my
boat
nose.
exploding.
The circles on my nose.
Nose.
Oh, look.
Yeah, we're still going. We're still going. We're still going. Yay!
And also
Back to
there's
some water.
a bit. No way.
Obviously, it makes a
aren't you
load of
gonna fit?
noise. I don't have a fishing rod anymore. I losed it.
You mean you look?
I did, yeah.
Oh, this looks fun.
Should we go on that?
No.
No.
No,
So-
I meant to go down the wall.
Ah, I see. No, I want to go up here. So, zip lines have been retained. But
That
they're
kind of looks
only
fun.
in a few places.
I thought I just saw a person. It's kind of confusing when you're on broadcast.
And everything's backwards, isn't it?
Yeah, like when you lift up your right arm, it looks like you're lifting your left. And when you lift your right,
Ooh,
left
what's that?
arm, what?
Looks like there's something inside it. You see?
I know, wreck
Yeah,
it. Wood.
it was nothing.
Nothing but wood.
Nothing whatever! Anything good in the chest? Ooh, there is a fishing rod now.
Aren't you gonna get it? There's something away.
No, I'm not really close enough to any good fishing water.
What's that blue smoke?
That is a chest thing about to land.
Why don't you go and get it before anyone else does?
I shall try. I might get killed on the way though.
Hmm.
But hopefully not.
But hopefully, man. But hopefully. That looks kind of... Is it just full of... A trap!
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love my daddy.
Oh, I love you too.
Mm.
Big bush to hide in as well if you want.
I don't think you can even go in it.
Yeah, you can. Just it does make noise when you're in there, so it can also give you away if you're not careful. Oh, we made it to the top 10. What is that? A fight going on down there, or just I'm building for the fun of it?
I'm building for the fun of it, I think.
You're right. 8 left.
Well, like
More.
15 left.
Where did I see that? Someone building?
If you see a building,
Lost them.
well,
Can't remember where it
look,
was
you're
now.
in the circle.
It's down there.
Shoot it.
I don't see anyone in there, do you? Oh, maybe. Let's just reshoot and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm going to use that gun then. Oh, there is.
Think you can get away with it?
And it's hopping around like a crazy man at the minute.
Maybe he sees you, but he's not aiming his gun. He's trying to get away.
Maybe.
You know, at the right time. Oh!
Missed him.
Just.
Yeah.
Oh!
Got him a bit.
Now he's building. Nope.
That time I just hurt and missed him. I can't tell if I'm out of the storm.
I'm not gonna be right in the storm. Yeah. You back was fun. Oh, Buzzerman! Oh! Oh! Daddy! Daddy! Woo! This Bob!
Sorry, did I leave you hanging?
Yeah. What about the secret fist bump?
Secret fist bump. Oh, I think that's at me. Scared.
What are you even doing?
Moving weirdly, so I'm hard to see.
Wow, 800. Imagine if you saw a pirate boat. That'd be funny.
No, it'll be fun.
You need to head into the door. I don't need some bandages.
Yeah.
Maybe just one more bandage.
Ah!
I'm very good with screens if you're wondering for a screen. Heh.
It's very good screams.
4 down. Enemy electric quite lockdown. Whoa. Who did that?
I don't know.
They're probably hiding behind a tree. I think it came from behind you. You're just spreading stuff around you. what you are even doing. I'm just hiding this to protect yourself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna die. Now you trapped yourselves. Quick around it. Oh! That was a close one. Oh, there. Quick, get him. Get him. You'd be a good. Yeah!
Woohoo! Woo! Yeah, we got one on stream, baby.
Yeah! Woo! Daddy! Daddy! Daddy, the champion!
There we go. So,
Yep. Here's a
very
champion.
intense finish there.
Ah!
I don't know how many kills we got altogether, but we rocked it.
Right.
There we go. 5 eliminations,
Right.
no assists. Hit accuracy was rubbish.
He is totally good.
Yes, so, well, we did the trick there.
Yeah.
Victory Royale. Another little advantage that I like as well is tiny little thing that you can do, but is from here you don't have to go back to the lobby if you don't want to. If you want to just jump into another match, you can just hit triangle and it will throw you into another match. So that's 4th win overall on Chapter 2. First one that we've done live.
I thought you said it was. I thought you said it was your 3rd.
And I've won 3. That was my 4th one.
Hey,
Wow.
Daddy! You should have been listening.
I should have been listening.
Nah, I have.
You should have been listening.
That was just my. That was just my PTA joke.
Beep boop bow.
It was just practical to actually. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. That was just D-M-E-E. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it should be on this. D-M-E-S. That was my D-E-N-S joke. Doesn't make any sense. Come on, you're gonna blast stuff. Where you gonna jump to? And look in the road.
Oh, I don't know. Where should we go? Where should we go?
Probably in space.
How about Holly Hedges?
Yeah, Holly Hedges.
Okay.
Jump!
Ready?
Why is there a drone following you?
I think it was drunk. It was a different player.
Oh, why is he following you?
Stale grapes, says thank the driver. See, I think some of these are not real danger like, but I don't use them.
Have you thanked the driver?
I think when you've got a fake one that's got that kind of a name, like something, like two names put together, 2 words put together. I'm like, this is Holly Hedges. There's too many people there. I'm going to go to this one instead. Oh, that's the PR. That's where I went to last time. Oh, where should we go, Annabelle? Or should we just hang out in the sky for a bit?
Yeah, hang about in the sky.
What about down there?
Yeah, that's my doing. Where am I? Where am I? Which way am I
I
going
need to go more this way if you want to be back on the camera. Come this way, look, and you'll see. There you are.
Oh, this is confusing.
You are confusing.
And I fell from the bed. And by the way, this is his bedroom that he's playing in.
Don't tell people that.
Too late, I already told you.
This is our cool studio that we're working out from here, called the Daddy's Bedroom Studio. Oh no, I've given it away.
Too late, I gave it away before you.
Yeah.
Hang around in the sky, woo! Woo!
Chop, 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 chop.
This is my dad, bro.
Ooh, look, two seconds, yeah. Aw, and I love this freezer.
Fridge. Come on, eat the
Oh, and a
fridge.
teddy bear with that little cowboy hat on. He's cute. He's so cute, I'm not going to chop him up with an axe.
No, don't.
I won't. I just said I'm not going to.
He said I would not do that unless he was made out of stone. What are you even doing?
I don't know.
I know. Break. Come on, I'm gonna shoot a pistol like a little whistle. This is my dad,
cool
bro.
rhymes there.
Oh, this is my dad, bro. Oh, this is my dad, bro.
I
Oh.
think you'll be listening to Oscar too much.
Yeah, probably.
Should we destroy this whole thing now? Make the whole thing fall down?
Yeah. Make the top of it fall down. Can you actually make it? The top of it fall down.
I'm not sure. Let's find out.
Yeah, if it does, then I'm gonna laugh.
Okay, so it's all there still at the moment. Yep, no problem. Still flying in midair, but what happens when we get rid of this? Oh no! It's all gone.
Oh, the teddy bear's gone.
Ah, no, he probably got out fine.
Jump on tires, no time to retire. That was one of my DMES. Doesn't make any sense.
DMAS.
DMES. Doesn't make any sense.
AS, darling, AS. Yeah.
DMAS.
Spelled with an A. Confusingly enough.
Yeah. DMAS.
I can hear a chest, but I cannot see it.
I think you're dragging me. Oh!
There's a basement to this, or we just got a floor, so maybe it must be upstairs.
Snake.
A snake?
A sneaky snake like you.
There it is.
Cheeky chest.
Cheeky chest and sneaky snake. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Oh, it's kind of funny I can see you're drinking.
No.
Yeah. No problem, no problem. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes, oh my god.
I don't even know what I'm saying. Survivor medal. 50 players remaining. 40, 50, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 million.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Someone can see you. Nah, it's just a... What is that? Did you just aim for the sea? Love me like it do, love me like it do. You got a here. It looks like it's just a robot.
He is so very dead.
He is dead.
Ooh.
No one can change him back to life, but nobody wants me to be.
Where's the thing?
I don't know. One thing I do know is that I'm going to Trump.
Thank you, Annabelle.
Yeah.
Did I get stuck in a tree?
What got stuck in the tree?
I don't know. It said that. It seemed to say that something was going to. Ah, it did. It's that tree there. Right idea, wrong tree.
Right idea, wrong tree. tree.
Ta-da!
Whoa, he got a trap.
Whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Rats. Well. Time out. Maybe one more.
Just one more. Because I'm dancing might be coming on soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, goodness me. Okay. Let's try and rock this. See if we can get another win. Ooh, let's go farming. I know there's some places to upgrade weapons at the farm. I've not really learned much of the map yet. Well, that's another little feature which I quite like. I should have forgot to mention earlier on the map. When you first get onto the map, I might have some things that like it. Everything's greyed out. Not just the named areas are not named, but a lot of the kind of more interesting areas are greyed out too. So you can sort of see where you've been to. I think by the looks of it, and there's a little bit in the south of the map here that is still greyed out, but everywhere else I've been to by this point. So a lot of the assets are the same or similar to before. I'm going to veer away from that and go over here instead. Oh man, we've got people here too. Could have been a legit one, I'm not sure. When they're called stuff like barking dragon or silver tortoise, I tend to think that they're bots, but I don't know. It's all guesswork from my point of view. They might all be bots, there might none of them be bots. Sure, there'll be some way to tell at some point in the non too distant future. Ooh, yeah, let's take that. I could probably look it up now, but I can't really be bothered just at the minute. But I'm intrigued. That's not much of a much. Probably a bit far away for the shotgun there, sadly. Alright, while it's looking for the game, I'm going to see if there's a way to tell which are the bots. Yeah, so it seems fairly definite that we're fighting bots at times, but how do we tell which are the bots? Going to float casually to the middle, see if there's any other way of telling. No real way to tell. Be more errors or weird behaviour in the AI that'll give you clues. Like if they just run at you with a pickaxe in hand, it's probably a bot. Names don't seem to give too much away. And they're just going to be interspersed throughout. I'm not really sure. I mean, it might be at a point when you get to like level 10 or whatever, the bots are all gone, or it might be that they're left in throughout the game, so you can always quickly get into a game with 99 people. But honestly, I've got no idea. But I mean, that's kind of cool, not really knowing, other than, you know, weird behaviour. But that's the other thing, if you behave weirdly, if I just run at someone, I can just run at someone swinging a pickaxe. I'm not a bot. But people are not going to know, and I guess that's kind of the point. Like, you don't know whether you're fighting a bot or a player. So I suppose for a lot of people, that will give them a little bit of enhanced confidence, or, you know, not worry so much about coming out and attacking people, because yeah, it could be a player, but it could be. I already feel a little bit more like I'm more likely to go out and try and take someone on. I mean, you've seen me in the last couple of games actually deliberately chasing folk down to take them on, and part of that is because I'm like, it might just be a stupid bot that I'm fighting, but it might be another player, and then not knowing, rather than making me feel extra cautious around bots, is that it's giving me extra confidence around what will at times be other players. So I guess it's a real positive thing. And maybe actually after that initial glance, I should probably stop looking, because at the moment I'm going to assume that there are going to be bots still pocketed within my games. But, you know, for all I know, they might all be removed at level 5, so I think I'm fighting bots, and actually I'm not, and I haven't been for a while. Or bots remain throughout, so I'm never going to know, which I think I'd probably prefer, but who knows. For the time being, I'm just going to enjoy playing again, because I haven't done for a long time on Fortnite, and now all of a sudden I'm sort of back in and enjoying the game again. Although I should say I've only played on solos so far. I haven't got into the squads or duos, which was previously my most played mode. Most of my wins are on duos, because my duo playing partner, or my usual one anyway, is not yet succumbed to the call of the return of Fortnite, and in all likelihood probably won't. And I mean, if I'm totally honest, I don't imagine I will play it for very much longer at all. I'm likely to be on and off for the next week, and then the Outer Worlds comes out, so I'll be into that, and then we've got Death Stranding coming out after that, and I know I'll be putting time into those games. So I'm far less likely to be returning to Fortnite. I wish, if I could add one thing to Fortnite, it would be the ability to drive the tractors. Just the tractors. You leave the trucks, the cars and everything, and they won't even need to go quickly. Just the ability to drive them, which would be cool. Oh, here we go. I should be able to show you some of the hiding mechanics here. But not till I destroy Strawman for no good reason. Oh, I don't even get anything for that. I'm not going to leave it. Leave Heyman alone. Okay, so here is one of the other aforementioned tactics. Now you can hide. So I can jump in and just hide in the bush and have a look around and see if anyone's coming, which is quite cool. No, yeah, I think that noise that you've got there, that's to let others know that there is someone hiding in the bush, so you're not just totally silent in there. You can't just live there. So if someone walking and hears that, if that noise goes off just as they're passing, and they hear it, they might have a good idea and they may well come for you. But other than that, you can just kind of chill out hiding in the bush. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go and explore over here instead. Use my second favourite hiding spot outside of a bush, which is pretending to be a plant. Just stick yourself at the end of a fence here. People rush by you assuming you're a tomato plant. Great fun. Some would say I've got too much time on my hands. Station. So obviously I don't have enough resources here at the minute, but if I did, if I get 250 of each of those, I can turn that blue weapon into a purple. That might be more doable. Upgrade my sniper rifle, which I think I might actually take the time to do. So I need 150 of each, and I at the moment don't have 150 of any of them. So let's go see what we can get before the storm closes in on us and ruins everything. Let's have that. And let's swap that out as well. Well, that'll be the thing as well, actually. It'd be quite cool if you could... Right, so we've got enough of that. We need metal and brick now, which I think we'll get some over here. Maybe not loads, but a bit. More over here as well. Yeah, if you could get like your old weapons there, like I'm chucking away 2 green weapons, it would be pretty cool if now there's a crafting station, if we could kind of, I don't know, like get rid of them and use them for parts or whatever. That'd be it. Wouldn't even need to be much. Just if I can, I want to tear apart this weapon to get a bit of, you know, even if it was just like, ooh, crap. Yeah, see that name, I just feel like it's, oh crap, it's a fake one, but I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to tell. What's that shotgun? Do I want a green? Maybe. Maybe not. Nah, I'll leave it. Okay. Not really sure who's going to be there, but I'm just going to run away from it. So there's hella carnage going on around here. Oh my god. Well, I cannot hit this guy at all. Well, just keep moving for now. Oh, I'm going to eat Wellstorm, that's not so good. You know, I've got full healing abilities, I suppose, if I can survive it. Pick up some more stuff through here. Hopefully survive long enough. No, I'm nearly there now, I should be alright. It's whether or not I walk out into immediate carnage. Well, let's go. This could get dicey pretty soon. Let's try and get a boost from the water, I think. Just hope for the best. Right, then we have to move again. I'm used to the water. Right, I think I'm going to call it there. That guy picks through everything. But yeah, if you did watch, thanks for watching. That was some of my early impressions of Fortnite Chapter 2. I'm glad we got a win on the stream. But yeah, it's my 4th overall, and I can imagine over the next week I'll probably be back for a few more. And then no doubt I'll probably not play the game again for months, but you never know. Let's never say never, never rule it out. I may just watch till the end of this one, and then I'm going to call the time on the stream. I like it with the person that kills me is the eventual winner. Not sure, I can't tell how many are left in the game. Oh, there you go. There's going to be a couple of them now then. If I came 4th. Yeah, this is the bit of the game that bugs me and I really got into, is this constant building. I get it from the point of view of like whoever's high is likely to be the victor. And indeed they were. But yeah, it just sort of bugs me, not something I've yet engaged with. But we'll call it there. So thank you very much for watching if you did. But yeah, it's free, so check out Fortnite Chapter 2 on your own, if I were you. See you later. Time for another intermission.